Good, happy Tuesday morning, April 2nd, 2019. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, police investigating deadly construction accident in Chester. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Do you need a new roof but think you can't afford it? Our average customer pays $7,500 for a total roof replacement, and we have finance plans with payment options under $150 per month. Call today. Century Roofing, we've got you covered.
We do have some breaking news from Chester tonight, where police are investigating a deadly construction accident. It happened around 9:30 tonight in the sand pits behind the Mill Pine Village. The man was doing maintenance on a drag line crane. Investigators say no foul play appears to be involved. The victim's name has not yet been released, and the medical examiner has been called in.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Liberty House in Manchester celebrates 15 years of helping veterans. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Jess Moran.
GMI Asphalt is currently accepting job applications to join our team. We have an aggressive pay scale, health insurance benefits. Both men and women are urged to contact the office of GMI Asphalt or visit us on the web at gmiasphalt.com.
On West Baker Street in Manchester sits a modest white house. Patriotic bunting adorns the windows and a sign welcomes veterans. For many, the decision to walk in that door is a life-changing experience.
We have some of our young guys in their 30s who come to us who have been using heroin for a decade. And now they're working full-time. They've got real good, stable recovery.
Liberty House is celebrating its 15th anniversary, fueled only by private donations and the desire to help those who serve their country. Liberty House helps homeless and struggling veterans with sobriety, health issues, employment, and housing.
As always, for me, it's serving others that have served us and seeing the success that comes for them.
Over the last 15 years, this place has helped 330 veterans, and when they leave, they're not forgotten. Everyone that's called Liberty House home is right here on this wall, and Mike Messina is hoping to be number 331.
I pretty much lost everything. So being homeless and not knowing where to go or have anything to wear, when I walked in here, I was very unapproachable in the acceptance part of it.
Mike says he struggled for decades, but once he started to accept the Liberty House staff, he turned things around. Where do you think you would be without this place?
That's a two-part question. The first part, I don't think I would be here standing. The second part is that knowing who I am and how they encourage me to understand the problems that I do have, and the resources that they give me have made me understand that I am a better person for who I am and who I need to be.
In Manchester, Jessica Moran, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Police warn about scam asking for prepaid gift cards to clear warrant. Police say they will never ask for payment for a warrant over the phone. Bedford police are putting out a warning about a familiar phone scam. Police say someone received a call Friday telling them that they had a warrant. The caller told the victim they could clear up the warrant, sending them $3,500 in prepaid cards. The caller ID showed up as the Bedford Police Department. Bedford police said this is a scam. The police department will never ask for payment on a warrant over the phone or ask for prepaid gift cards to clear it. Police advise anyone who gets a call like this to hang up and contact the Bedford Police Department at 603-472-5113. Crews work to clean hotel site of violent standoff before guest can return. Guests have not been able to retrieve belongings since shooting standoff. With more on that, let's listen to WMUR News 9, Mike Cronin.
Do you need a new roof but think you can't afford it? Our average customer pays $7,500 for a total roof replacement, and we have finance plans with payment options under $150 per month. Call today. Century Roofing, we've got you covered.
Shelley Parker and her dogs, Baby Girl and Charlie, were at the Quality Inn in Manchester Wednesday night. Her room just a couple doors down from where the shots rang out, and 3 people were killed.
It's been pretty traumatizing, the whole thing.
Parker was already out of the room before the standoff started. She says her dogs were stuck for 21 hours.
I begged, I pleaded, I groveled, get my dogs. They said it was too close, they couldn't do it.
She and her husband are here on business from Idaho. They plan to leave tomorrow, but their luggage is still in the room 5 days later.
Now we're here for another week or until we can get our belongings.
Today, a hazmat crew was cleaning the hotel, filling up a dumpster. Authorities gave control of the scene back to Quality Inn Saturday night, but guests still aren't allowed inside. The hotel saying in a Facebook post that the hazmat team needs to make sure that the air is safe.
Like at this point, they're sort of holding things that are important to a lot of people, and they're in charge of the scene at this point. It would just be nice to hear from them a little more frequently and get a better idea of what's happening.
Parker is frustrated, saying hotel management is not responding.
Tell us something. Don't leave us in limbo with nothing.
Someone on scene today said that we need to contact the hotel's corporate office for answers. We did. We left them several messages. However, we have not yet heard back. Reporting live in Manchester, Mike Cronin, WMUR News.
Okay, and there we go on that video and that report. Massachusetts health officials warn of potential measles exposure at multiple locations. The Massachusetts Department of Public Health has confirmed a person was diagnosed with measles in the greater Boston area Sunday. Officials said this is the first measles case in Massachusetts this year. During the infection period last week, the person went to the following locations where other people may have been exposed. Take a look at that list. Tuesday, March 26th, Wednesday, March 27th, and Thursday, March 28th. Officials said people who visited any of the above locations and who are not immune may be at risk of developing measles and are advised to contact their health care provider to confirm their immunization status. The DPH said those who have been immunized or do not know their measles immunization status should get vaccinated with at least one dose of measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine. Measles vaccines given within 72 hours of exposure may prevent measles disease. The vaccination beyond this window will provide protection for subsequent exposure. DPH, local health departments, and healthcare providers are working to contact individuals at high risk for exposure. Those who were exposed and beginning to develop symptoms of measles should call their healthcare provider before visiting an office, clinic, or emergency department, the DPH said. Early symptoms of measles occur in 10 days to 2 weeks after exposure and may resemble with a cold with a fever, cough, runny nose, and red eyes. A rash occurs on the skin 2 to 4 days after the initial symptoms develop. The rash usually appears first on the head and moves downward. The rash typically lasts a few days and then disappears in the same order. People with measles may be contagious for up to 4 days before the rash appears and 4 days after the day the rash appears. Center for Disease Control and Prevention recommend children should receive their first dose of the MMR vaccine at 12 to 15 months of age. School-age children need 2 doses of vaccine. According to the CDC, adults should have at least 1 dose of the vaccine, and certain groups need 2 doses. Those at higher risk of developing measles, including international travelers, healthcare workers, and college students. Adults born in the United States before 1957 are considered immune to measles due to previous exposures. For additional information, contact your local health department or DPH at 617-983-6899. You can find more information about measles by visiting the DPH website. And we'll share this article with you on the Riley King Network Facebook page, and you can access that website in this article. Claremont singer reaches top 20 in American Idol.
For 10 years, New England homeowners have trusted Century Roofing. We get the job done right at a fair price. Call today to arrange a free estimate and to reserve a spot for your 2019 roof replacement. Century Roofing, we've got you covered.
For Claremont's Evelyn Cormier, music has been a part of her life since she was a little girl.
I actually started playing guitar like 4 or 5 years ago.
Since then, she's been singing, writing, and performing music with her family.
By the time I was 15, I was being hired out pretty regularly around the area at restaurants, playing like full gigs.
And now she's taken her music to a national stage by auditioning for American Idol and has made it to the top 20.
I'm excited. I think this is going to give me a more broad audience. Looking forward to my new music that I'm releasing, kind of give me that next step.
Cormier says it's been stressful competing in the show, but it's been worth it.
It's not super cutthroat as like some people might assume. I guess in this type of position where only one person can win, you're competing against each other.
And despite that competition, she's made relationships she hopes will last.
I've even started kind of collaborating and writing music with some of the other contestants.
Cormier says no matter what happens, she will always be grateful for the opportunities she's been given.
This is what I've always wanted to do, is like, I'm a musician, I'm an artist, and this is giving me a leg up. I've never looked at American Idol as, I need to win or I'm done with music. This is just, this is a door I'm walking through, and whatever happens, happens.
We'll find out tonight if Cormier continues her American Idol journey. Tune in at 8 p.m. right here on WMUR. In Claremont, Kristen Carosa, WMUR, News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And did you catch the last night episode? Let us know if you caught last night episode, and tell us what did you think of last night's episode and her performance last night. Comment below and let us know. We want to hear from you. European markets open mixed aimed upbeat data. Vertex cost rumbles on. European stocks were mixed Tuesday morning after stronger than anticipated factor activity survey from the U.S. Department in China eased concerns over the global economy. Suspect named in killing of Grammy-nominated rapper Nipsey Hussle. Police used surveillance video and social media posts by witnesses to help identify a suspect in the shocking death of Nipsey Hussle, the Grammy-nominated rapper, activist, and entrepreneur, gunned down in front of his Los Angeles clothing store on Sunday afternoon. Police named 29-year-old Eric Holder as a suspect in the shooting last Monday night and asked for the public's help in locating him. And that did it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast. And I'll have news report coming up in a little bit. Goodbye, everyone.